It's good morning from St Kitts here on Marella Voyager, our port of the day. I'm going on tour today, so I've got a nice adventure plan for this afternoon. But before that, I'm going to wander into town and have a look around. Quick breakfast time this morning, and we're in St Kitts, which looks like one of the more beautiful places we've been. We're on the quiet side because there are two great big cruise ships on the other side. We'll do some cruise ship spotting in a bit. We're on a very nice short pier today in Basseterre, St Kitts. Looks beautiful and colourful. Lots of nice little colourful buildings built in up the hillside again. So like the last few places, they build the colourful houses right up the hillside. How lovely is that? Weather is gorgeous again. I'm on tour, but not till 12. We meet at 12:15 just down there. It's a very short pier, so this is quite handy. This looks like a lively little place. I'm quite enjoying the fact that the tours are later on this week. Afternoon tours are good for me because it means you can play out tonight and then you can have a bit of a lie-in in the morning. I've just had my breakfast. I'll do my test for the free Wi-Fi. Let's see. There's a bit of a terminal building, so you never know. And what else do we have to do? And buy fridge magnets. So get that done. Have a quick mooch around the shops and then get back on the ship, pick my stuff up for the tour this afternoon. Marella Voyager has got the short pier, but just around to us there's another slightly longer pier. So the big ships are Celebrity Apex in the background and Oasis of the Seas. It's a nice little spot. I think I've seen Celebrity Apex around. I've been on its sister ship, Celebrity Beyond. Lovely ship, so I'd like to go on that someday. And I wouldn't mind going on Oasis of the Seas as well, because that looks a nice one. You've been on Celebrity Apex or Oasis of the Seas that I can see in the background there? Maybe drop me a comment if you have. If you're enjoying the video, please do give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and then you don't miss the rest of my cruising and travel adventures all around the world, and the ones from today in the beautiful blue skies of the Caribbean. Basseterre, St Kitts today. That's how I'm pronouncing it for now until somebody tells me otherwise. And this is another place where you need to carry photo ID. It's originals only as well today, so you can use your passport. I always carry my photo driving license with me because that means I can keep my passport in a safe on the ship. So here in St Kitts, I'm on land, strung on the pier, got our cruise buddies in next to us. Just gonna have a quick wander, mooch around the shops. I'm not sure when we get back. I think we don't get back till about 3:30, and it's all aboard at 5:30 today, so not too much time for looking around later on when I get back to St Kitts, but we'll see. I'm doing the Scenic Railway in St Kitts, but there are lots of other things you can get up to. So when you come through the terminal, plenty of guys selling taxi tours if you want that. Wi-Fi test pass. So I came through the terminal building, and actually once you're in the main square there is like a We Love St Kitts Wi-Fi, and you can get on it. You just have to sign up with your email address, so I'll risk the spam. So yeah, so anyway, so I'm going to use my little burst of Wi-Fi now. There's lots of shops around here. This is definitely geared up for getting your souvenirs, shopping, whatever you want to do. It's a really nice, lively little colourful plaza kind of place. Lots of shops, duty-free, jewellery shops. You're in no rush, go to the no rush bar. So you follow the colourful bits down. You've got more shops, the National Museum and historic Basseterre. I think somebody told me they went to the museum and it was shut. And I think you went to the church and it was shut. So that's the National Museum, but it is boarded up at the minute. St Kitts is part of the British West Indies, which might explain why the British flag's going. A memorial to people lost on a boat that sank in 1970. Apparently the MV Christina disaster happened on the 1st of August 1970 and was a ferry boat that sank with a loss of 233 lives. Only 91 people survived, and they only recovered about half the bodies, so the rest are still left with a shipwreck. It's like a little artificial village, is this? More than a shopping mall. little streets hanging off. There's bars, it's off a crib or whatever else. Oh, just seen a craft market over there, so I'll head down there and look, see what they're making. So in the craft stall, I've just seen a picture of a clock in what's called the circus. And I quite liked it because I wanted something a bit St Kittsy, but I didn't want to buy something I hadn't seen. I spoke to the lady and said, am I going to be able to go and find that? She said, yep, around the front of the museum. And there you have the clock in what must now be the circus. So now I've seen it, get me photos apart from anything else. I think I might be buying myself a souvenir. Officially, this is the Barclay Memorial Clock, but the locals call it Little Ben. Just for an extra bit of British influence there, they've got a red phone box. Unfortunately, because I'm on tour and I've had a lazy start, I don't have a lot of time to go exploring. But it's a quick turnaround now. So the museum's shut at the minute, which is a bit of a shame, but as I haven't got time to do it, next time I come to St Kitts, maybe it'll be open. And yeah, so I'm going to do a quick turnaround, get back to the craft market, buy me a picture, assuming it's not already gone, and then go back to the ship. And apparently Brimstone Hill is a UNESCO World Heritage Site if you want to go there. After a look around the shops, I headed back to the ship to get ready for my tour. It is interesting to note that in St Kitts they did enforce the photo ID rule. I'd taken my photo driving licence with me, and that was easy to just flash with your cruise card to get back onto the ship, but they did actually check everyone as they went back through the terminal gate. You can have ordinary tables in the kitchens, but they have these little benches that overlook the windows. It's not a cruise ship, so I'll just have a quick lunch, quick snack before I go back out. Well, I've been in the ship half an hour, everything's wet through. Just missed the daily downpour, so hopefully that's the last we're going to see the rain today. So we're starting our railway trip. There are loads of people on this trip, massive, and we're just strolling past our cruise buddies today. Don't quite know where we're heading. I think we go by coach to the station, somebody said. So these little minibuses for the railway. All 2 and a 1. A little bit like organised classes. It took about half an hour to get to the train. We had our own guide on the minibus, and she told us all about the island as we went past some of the sites along the way. Then we arrived at the narrow gauge railway. Just on the tracks, waiting for the train to come. There's about 7 bus loads for 20 people each, so most people on this tour. The island economy used to rely on sugarcane, but as this became less profitable, the island stopped producing sugar in 2005, and now the main economy is tourism. The old sugar train became the Scenic Railway and now serves as a tourist train. Carriages have an upstairs and a downstairs, but you're definitely going to get the best view from the top.
We're going to have a good time.
With our seats on top of the train and our guide to tell us what we were seeing, it was time to set off on a scenic train journey around the island of St Kitts. Our journey would take about an hour and 40 minutes.
It wouldn't be a Caribbean tour if it didn't come with a glass of rum punch, although there were other cocktails as well, and some non-alcoholic drinks too. All of these drinks were included in the price of the tour. Unlike the other day, these ones came with lids, so I didn't end up wearing half of this one. Apparently the island has black sand because it's a volcanic island. We're going to see some volcanoes along the way. From the top of the train we got a really good view as we approached the Soldier Gut Bridge. And the views only got better as we went over it.
Drinks are included in the tour, and I have to say the rum punch was fantastic. A little cake as well. Big as enough come in a bit, but like pure sugar. Oh, that's really good. Sugar and oats. Maybe a bit coconut, a bit ginger, maybe a bit of spice. Delicious.
This land used to be all sugarcane, but when sugar became less profitable, the government decided to sell off the land at a minimal cost so that the people of St Kitts could build on it. At this point on our scenic train ride around the coast, we've reached the point where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Caribbean Sea, so you get to see two different seas at the same place.
This is the tallest peak on the island, and it's just greenery, and it's just such a beautiful country. They've only got a population just over 40,000 people, less than 50,000. I live in a town bigger than that. This is the whole country.
with a thumb-like structure sticking out there. That's where the volcano itself is located.
Volcano.
And so our train journey reached its final stop at the St Kitts Eco Park, which is apparently a popular venue for people to have their wedding photos taken, among other things.
Our buses are back to pick us up there.
So we said goodbye to the train and reboarded our bus for a guided tour back to the ship. There is also a catamaran option for this trip as well, so some people were heading off to boats. On the way we got to see Brimstone Hill, which I'd seen the sign for earlier. This is a British fortress that dates to the 1700s.
Much quieter in St Kitts now. It's 5:30 because we're on a ship's tour. They wait for you, so I've no time to mess about, but we're not the last bus back. Sailing away from St Kitts. It's blue and white night tonight as well for the day. I wasn't on deck for Selaway. You can see the Oasis of the Seas and Celebrity Apex there in the distance, all lit up as they sail away. It's always fun watching a sail away when there's other cruise ships in it. Goodbye St Kitts. Quite enjoyed my day there. That train ride is a great way to see it. Missed the sunset, although you've just got a little bit of a lingering bit there. I'm running late, heading for Solo's drinks. It's meant to be 6 o'clock, it's about 5:30, so I'd best get on there.
We had dinner in Latitudes. I went for a prawn cocktail for starters, which is available every night, and then went for sea bass for my mains, and chocolate ganache tart for dessert. The show in the Broadway Theatre was The Summer of Love. After that, it was time to get up to the top of the ship for a deck party, as we sailed away to our next port of call.
Did I mention I'm in the Caribbean drinking beer? I'm at a date party. There's a full moon. Oh, there you go, full moon. I'm having an amazing time. If you're a solo traveller and you don't know if you can do it, just do it. You know what? And I've met so many amazing people on this cruise. Anyway, the action rooms, late night disco. I did actually lose 20 quid in the casino, but I love a bit of roulette and I enjoyed it, so that's very nice. Okay, I'm having quite a nice time in the disco. Oh, midnight buffet is until 12:30. I don't really eat food, I've got a beer. You can come, it's until 12:30. It's 12:15 now, so I'm getting in here while I can. We've got cakes. good, healthy stuff. Burgers, veg burgers, curry beef. Ooh, rice. Right, what am I gonna have? So I've gone for croque monsieur and fries. They did have a few curry things, which I could have been tempted by, but trying to not be too greedy. I mean, I'm being really greedy anyway, and I thought, there you go. This looks very nice. I always find there's a night on a cruise where you don't want to go to bed. So I've got my beer. I've just had my supper. The disco's still on until 2 in the morning. I'm not sure I want to go out till 2 in the morning, but it's only 25 past 12. So anyway, I'm sauntering along the deck. Look at this. How beautiful. I'm on a ship, on the ocean, the moon's up there. You just have to be here to experience this. I absolutely love it. I'm going to just stand out and look at it for a bit, and then I'm going to the disco again. Come back to my cabin. It's time to say goodbye time. Tomorrow's our last day. Got an envelope, probably with tags, instructions. Time to say goodbye later. And Russell, that's where I'm going tomorrow. I'm way too drunk to read these, so I'm going to power them all up. We'll have a look at that tomorrow morning. Time to go to bed. Just had a chocolate, it's very good. Got another one, I think I'll be having that before I go to sleep. Good night.